Right, we're live and thank you for watching BrollyTV. And today we are watching viewing is Graham, Pest Mob from ICU as a guest, because Royal Jamaica's microphone broke, so he jumped in. Riddick Goat, Harley Goat, and Mr. Dirty.
Mr. Dirty Cook.
Yeah.
Mr. Dirty.
Oh, there's Jay.
I forgot who it was now, but yeah.
I don't know who it is either. Who invited me?
I don't know, but thanks, Pest and Harley, for jumping in and being on with us tonight. Appreciate it. Good to have you guys.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Sorry about the delay, people.
So what are we going to talk about tonight, Brawley? What kind of goodies we
What
got?
we're going to talk about first is a lot of law players are asking, how do we get blueprints more efficiently?
That's a good question. If somebody's got an answer, I want to know.
Well, it depends on what level. I mean, like if you're going for the lower levels, you definitely need a shitload of auto fleets to let you get all the good blueprints. So, like originally when you had the blueprints the way they were before, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4. Now it's got 5 different tiers now with like blueprint changes and whatnot. So for the low levels, mostly the easiest ones to get are Tier 1 and 2. Tier 3s are a lot more difficult to get, but they're still manageable. It'll take you a while, but you'll still get there. Anyone else got any input?
I can't really say anything. I did all mine way back when they first come out. I was done in like a week. Dirty coiner. But hey man, I went out. I went out and blasted them things, got it done. But the drop rates were way better then. I know guys that are hitting over 150s now, or 53s, 55s, and they're getting nothing out of it. It's kind of ridiculous. Now, I'm talking end gamers, I mean that's.
Yeah, I'm not getting nothing. I'm not getting no blueprint whatsoever.
I've talked to a lot of guys. A lot of the GOAT guys are having trouble finishing up, needing 3 or 4, 1 or 2, and just not getting them. And it's when you go on for weeks trying to get your last scythe print, that's just stupid.
Well, the funny thing with that is I got all my blueprints during the events. During the second event, I had all my blueprints done, basically. That took quite a bit, but there are some very good auto fleets that people can use to auto all the vegas that they need to be able to get all the blueprints. It takes a fair amount of time and effort to be able to find the specific vegas that you're after, because at certain points they don't bring out the vega that you're actually after, and a lot of people like to go for the lower level of the tier that they're after. But even then, the drop rate on that is just pretty shit, especially with the blueprint lockout for you have to kill X amount of bloody vegas to get the blueprint, or a blueprint, not the blueprint, a blueprint.
Yeah, I don't know. I just there's something funny with the blueprints. I think. I'm sorry, but I don't think they want us to get them. Honestly.
I don't even want to talk about blueprint.
I think that's pretty much everybody. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not getting them. I don't want to talk about it. Fuck you guys that have them. You all suck.
It's been 6 months since I got a blueprint.
I'm sorry. What was that? Was that fast?
They're gonna make us coin them. That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, but I mean, I think at that point we're talking about end gamers, but for your low level and your mid gamers, there's still the good rank fleets that you can do, the auto rank fleets and things like that. The Gladius Venoms, phased Gladius Venoms and stuff still work really good up to certain levels. I don't know what to tell the end gamers. But the low level guys, they're done. I mean, they can be done, you know.
Well, definitely for the low levels, I'd say definitely get the Venoms.
I mean, I did most of mine. That's how I did most of mine was with Venoms, with phased Venoms with rotation. Just turned them 90 degrees and let them come at me and blew them to shit. But
I didn't even use rotation. I just used no engines at all and rid mags with phased.
Yeah. It works.
Mm.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about this, though, to be honest with you, because I don't know what the answer is once you get to the high level ones. The low level ones are doable, but to try to finish up and get the high tech stuff is ridiculous right now.
The first two tiers for the low levels with BPs is a shitload easier compared to the third, fourth, and fifth tier. The main problem that people will have with the blueprints is mostly with the tier where they have the very good gear, like the Cap 3, Meta 3, the scythes, and I can't exactly remember the other one that's supposed to go with it. That's the main problem, because with those you have to actually pilot those Vegas. There are some tips and strategies for that. There's plenty of that all over YouTube. The lower levels, just get a shitload of spam ranks. Has anyone got the low level rank build by any chance?
I think Brawly was going to do that. You got the scatter rank build, Brawly, didn't you?
Yeah, there's the scatter missiles, all scatter missiles on a ranker with the first armor you get, which is Protinium, isn't it? Something like that. Just level 1 Protiniums with the shock shield or a spec 4. Or shock free works fine. And the scatter missiles, that's all you need on the ship. You don't need any thrusters on it. And they will all go Vegas to the low levels, no problem, and be instant repair as long as you separate the ships up. That's a good way to get the blueprint on a low level. It's a perfect way. One sec, I'll even try to get you a screenshot.
Yeah, that'd be real good.
Find a screenshot, that'd be easier, because like just trying to explain it is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, plus people can freeze that and look at it if they want to when they watch this back.
Well, like, hang on, let me just while Broly's looking for the rank build, I can go on to mine and show people what I use for autoing 35s and 37s, because it takes a fair amount of damage, and it's been pretty effective for me with the 35 to 37 Vegas in getting blueprints.
Is this your Venom? Your Gladius Venom build?
Yeah.
I used mostly wolves for manual up to 40 Vegas to get most of them during events and stuff. That's how I got my APOX. And then once I got my APOX, then I started doing the 50s and higher. But my main goal was to do autos and use wolves.
Damn it, I've refit them all on Vegeta to Hydras.
Yeah, well, there are many different builds when it comes to the Vegas. I mean, you even still got some that are using revs and just rushing the fuck out of them.
Costly, but yeah.
It's very costly. People still do it though. I don't know why, but
yeah, but I mean, we're trying to give guys some options that for non-coiners, you know, to be able to get some tech, and yeah, hell, if you're a coiner, yeah, you can just blast your way through shit and have it done in no time.
Or hell, if you're just a coiner, you could just coin the fucking blueprints.
We know people that did that, right?
Yeah.
I know a guy that had every piece of tech within the first hour of release, but you know, that's not me.
Are you sure? Dirty coiner.
Most people. I coined. Now, easy now. I coined my last scythe BP, the last one, That was it. I got all. I actually earned all the rest of them twice, as you know.
Yeah.
If I could
But
get all
when I
of
did-
them in one, I probably would.
Yeah. But I was lucky. I mean, I did mine in the first 3 weeks of release. That was when there was still only 4 tiers, and that's all I did. I said, I want all this tech. I'm not hitting bases. I'm not farming. I'm going to go smash Vegas nonstop.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa!
What's that?
All right, that was just wrong right there.
Oi.
I don't know what the hell I was talking about now. My head's buzzing.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, there was only 4 tiers at that time, and it was, the drop rates were good, so I can't even relate to what the guys are going through now. I see it. It's got to be frustrating as hell. I mean,
Well, it is in a way because I'm doing it on an alternate account at the moment, and it's taken me a lot longer to get the blueprints now than what it was when the blueprints first started. I mean, you know what I did when I first got the Thermal 3 blueprints, and I had Furies, right?
I remember. Yeah, you built the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the stats on that. I thought, yep, I'm getting that, got that. But nowadays, it's like it's taking forever. I don't know what the hell is going on with the blueprint drop rate. I mean, even with the so-called I don't even remember what the hell they call it. Some sort of lockout or something like that.
The leveler or whatever the fuck.
Streak breaker. That's
Streak breaker. That's it. Yeah, fuck the streak breaker. What's it at? 300.
Yeah, I don't know what the number is at. It's fucking annoying. That's all I'm gonna say. For the lower levels, it's like they're forcibly trying to make people coin all that they want. So,
That's like Royal Jamaica just said. He's like, he hasn't seen a BP in months. Now you're talking about an end game with the best fleets going. The guy can fly. Everybody knows Royal can fly his ass off, right?
Yeah.
He can get BPs. He's not getting BPs. Something's fucked up. I'm sorry, but something's not right.
Exactly.
And I see goats and end gamers that I know damn well can fly their asses off that don't have all the BPs by now. It's just something wrong, man. And they want you to coin them. I'm convinced. It's a fucking conspiracy. It's a fucking conspiracy.
Like, we're actually watching Wolf Brigade. He's been hitting 50s, like, God knows what else where we are in our sector.
Oh, Wolf told me that he'd hit over 100 and hadn't seen a BP.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to say there, when my dad was doing his, and my dad loves killing Vegas, it took him 146 50s before he got one single blueprint.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He actually written them all down, but once he done that, like, after he never got one for ages, then he got one out of them 146, and he got 3 in a row straight afterwards after it as well. So it's really strange.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense, man. Anyway, we can't do anything about the drop race, but, hopefully we've helped out a little bit. Rain's got that up, but we can't really... Can we see that good?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in a bit. There we go.
There we are. Much better.
Alright, well, first things first, guys. This is basically the fleet that I use for autoing level 35 to level 37 Vegas. The same method can be inputted at lower level Vegas as well. Simply put, this that I'm showing now is a Revelation Cruiser. You could probably use the same sort of method for an Exodus Cruiser, just for the lower levels if you want, or a Gen Cruiser maybe, whatever. But I use this to take the brunt of the damage. As you can see, it's got a shitload of health. DPS, fairly average. Good shields. Basically cargo to pick up as much cargo as you can in the first, as you destroy it, so that there's less cargo for people to take from you when you're going to pick it up, and all those cargo thieves are out there waiting to bloody pick up your cargo. But this is basically just the tank rev that I use. Now, for the other 5 slots, give me a moment, I use this Venom. Shock shields, mags, phased, Gladius, or you can even do that with MDs if you don't have Gladius yet. The armor, I reckon you guys could switch the armor around. The armor's not really a major issue with the Venoms, but I do it basically because there's the high chance of the possibility that the decoy goes out really quickly because I take on multiple Vegas, one after the other. But it's a fairly easy and simple build. You can modify it to suit your own needs. You can play around with it and pick up some new stuff. You don't actually have to just use projectile weapons when it comes to Vegas. I've found some instances where you can mix the weapons a bit, say with scatters or plasmas, even with beam weapons on occasion with some optics. But mostly for Vegas, if I were you guys, I wouldn't really be concerned with using a particular engine regarding with the Vegas, because the Vegas are just AIs. I mean, they have a certain flight pattern regardless. If you're just going to use an engine, use it against a player. Against Vegas, engines, in my opinion, are worthless.
I do kind of like the rotation though on my Venoms just to get them turned and get them lined up. But yeah, I basically agree with you.
Yeah, because the engines, in my opinion, is basically a waste of space. I mean, like, you're looking at this now, you got mags and phased on this, and it's like, yeah, this isn't going to miss, and it's still going to cause a shitload of damage. It's going to take a while to get there, but regardless, the ships are turning at a certain speed anyway. You're going to take damage regardless if it's going to be on auto, so why not just increase the damage output and be done with it?
I guess I never thought of that because I flew my Venoms when I was doing them. I didn't do auto fleets. I did with the real low stuff, but once I got to, I guess, tier 2, tier 3, somewhere in there, I started flying everything. So I guess it made a difference then. On auto, you're right. It probably doesn't make any difference because the Venoms are going to split and do what they do on auto, so they'll be broadside anyways.
Well, yeah, pretty much. So that's basically why I use the Venoms and stuff like that anyway. Hang on. Yeah, it's I think there was another build that I had back in the day that I used. It was with the Beastie fleet that you used to like Riddick. I used that one.
That doesn't count. That thing could take on Vegas by itself.
Oh, that's true, but you gotta have the
come on, it was over 400 DPS, wasn't it? I mean, that's a bit sick right there.
Oh well, hang on. I'll show a picture of the good old Beastie. Hang on, just for those that don't know what we're talking about.
Which has nothing to do with anything other than he likes to show it off.
Oh no! There it is, boys and girls. That was the old Beastie fleet that I used to just run around with, and I used this for a while on Vega fleets.
Just destroy shit's what you did. 408 DPS. Come on.
No problem. Yeah, it's.
You know how many guys right now are looking at this going, "Oh my God, I want one of those."
Well, I don't think so. I think they're probably thinking
on a dread.
Actually, yeah. Hang on. Should I link that one
God.
too?
Oh God.
Hang on a second. Let me just find it.
If you haven't noticed now, Graham loves overkill.
Oh, not true. Much.
True. True. Much.
Yeah, exactly. Much.
Careful now, you'll wind up showing everybody your midget porn and.
What porn? I don't have any porn.
Well, I'm more interested in them memes.
The memes, yeah. Let's see if I can find the dread. You've got to be kidding me. Hang on a second, let me see if I can find it. No.
Don't jump the shark, Broly.
Uh-oh.
See the shark. Look at the shark.
Oh, God. It's the Megalodon! Alright. Well, what do we got next? Since
said.
we've kind of beat that to death, I guess. So hopefully there'll be somebody that'll get something good out of those builds anyway. The lower level guys, and they can get out and auto up a bunch of BPs for themselves.
And Paul said, rain sounds sophisticated.
And when you're done BP hunting with those ranks, slap dual cargo 5s on them and keep them. They make great cargo haulers.
Here it is, boys and girls. Fusion 3 Dread.
Uh-huh. It's scary looking.
Oh, beastie.
Well, it's not what it looks like now. I mean, I dropped the armor a bit to fit on Optics 5, but this was just when I was screwing around with it. I thought I'd take a picture of it, made it look. I thought it looked good. But don't look at the cost. Don't look at the cost. Now, too late.
Yeah. That's what stopped me from building any of them damn things.
Oh, I got 3 at the moment. Use them to counter the bloody those mag-phased fleets.
Oh, I just got mine built. I love that thing.
Yeah, it's awesome shit.
I just went out picking fights just to fly it, and oh man, I love it. I got my ass handed to me in 600 by those damn things. I forget who it was that kept killing me, but whoever he was, yeah, Tech, he just fisted me every chance he got with them things. I said, damn it, I'm building a set of them too.
Oh, I had a similar problem. I thought to myself, fuck it, I'm making counters for this shit. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I built a fleet of them too.
Of what? Mag-phased?
Mm-hmm.
You like
They're fun, ain't they, Pest?
Yes, they are.
It's like, I just want to go fly this into somebody real quick.
I like it when it gets attacked and they like, oh, it's gonna be easy, slow ass revs. Yeah, okay.
Next thing that
Problem is they got to come to you to fight you, and when they do,
That's right.
it's just not
exactly.
pretty.
It's like, I got the max range, bitch. Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
What's
I'll
that?
tell you, that fleet gave me the best ratio, win to lose ratio that I've ever had in a night of fight. They're just that good. Now somebody will come up with something to blow me out of the sky, but for right now, I'm having a ball with them things.
I still seriously miss the Nighthawk fights from back in the day.
I think everybody misses those days, actually. You know,
Now I used to feel that same way, but now I'm just as happy flying my Apox.
Oh, I'm happy flying anything, to be honest. It's all good and fun.
yeah, but the Hawk battles were fun, and they were a lot cheaper, and you could do it a lot more, and
Yeah, used to. Now you can't.
No, not now. Not since they raised the repair time. The original repair time, going way back, they weren't so bad then.
Not
What do you
unless
got
you're
coming
Tyler
up?
B.
I'm sorry. Oh, Tyler B. Let's not even go there. Brawly's damn. I'd like to see Tyler B. and Brawly get into a Nighthawk battle. That'd be fun.
Nighthawks, Nick. You have to get back up you. Then we want to challenge someone. An interesting battle, though.
You used to be a beast with those Nighthawks, Brawly.
What's the next
Oh,
thing
and
you
I've
can
got
do?
the perfect award for someone.
Oh yeah.
Right, 1 second. Let me just share my screen. And this is what we call the Blooper Award.
Uh-oh.
Alright, I'm
Exactly.
going to have to call
Enjoy
it
this.
night, everybody.
That'd be funny.
Alright,
What's that?
I got to go, alright?
Okay, Harley. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. We'll talk at you.
Alright, I'll
Later,
talk to you later.
That's if Mozilla Firefox will let me play the damn thing.
We're having
Send me the
tonight.
link, man.
I found it.
Found it? Oh, okay.
You know, if we had a good director, this shit wouldn't happen.
This is quite funny. It's supposed to be the worst basic I've seen since the start of Vega. Here we go.
I think we should do some Nighthawk duels, Bruce. I think it'd be fun.
Mason D.
We definitely should.
Apox attack and a base. Oh no, it spends high guard. This is a high guard member trying to attack a base.
Is it just me or is Broly's screen like frozen?
It's not working.
It's
Not
working.
working? I mean,
Nah, it's not
in Windows mode.
The video's not playing. I see. There. Okay, there it goes. Now it's going.
That again in Windows mode. But yeah, he attacks the full base with a fleet of Apox, and he barely does 1% of the base.
Yeah, that's a serious ouch right there.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
everyone knows how AFNs plays. He's not really that great.
How the
He'll
hell
rim a
do you
base
do
with
that?
Apox.
fleet, like, that's just a waste of Apox. Come on.
Indeed. And look at that, he's even hitting the mines. Hitting the mines.
Yeah,
Come on.
2% damage to base.
Are we sure it wasn't an auto? Was that an auto attack?
That was flying.
No! He was actually flying that thing.
Wow.
So he's gonna win this special award just for this.
That's an honor.
Yes, he wins. Ta-da!
The blooper. First place blooper. All right.
Oh, wait a second. Hang on, so there's a second and third place, is there?
Oh,
Might be.
Because if there is, I might have one. Let me just see if I can find it.
Got that one I sent you, probably.
Oh, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people have seen the one where Stones fails on my base. Wastes about 4 fleets.
No, I got a better one that I sent. It's just the battle log, but did you get that one, bro? That I sent you? We should show that one.
Whoa. Anyone know what happened there?
Nope.
I think we lost Broly.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Oh crap! The show must go on. Hang on, let me see if I can inbox Broly. That's strange.
I got one for you. Can you see this one?
Hang on. Yeah, I can see that.
This is what you call a guy who really, really wanted a base and really, really didn't get it. If you'll look, Highguard got defeated 2 hours ago, and then 2 hours ago. And then he said, shit, I'm going back. So at 29 minutes ago, he died. Then at 27 minutes, he died. At 25, 19, 16, every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, he lost a fleet. That guy was serious about wanting to take that base.
Yeah.
I have one question.
That's a lot of fleets right there.
I have one question. Where the hell was this?
That was in 600.
That was in 600.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I saw him lose a lot of fleets, but wow.
Well, that's all in one place. That's yeah. That's called seriously determined, though.
Oh, I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah, that's not all we can say.
But just with that guy's amount of coins, though, you'd figured he'd learn something.
Well, that was what was funny to me. Was every 4 minutes another fleet dies. It's like, really? Let it go, man. Just take a deep breath and let it go.
Poor bastard.
I know, right? Well, I wonder what happened to our buddy Brawley.
That's what I want to know too. I can't find him on Facebook or nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, there he is.
He'll be back. Hey, I got a question, guys. I know we talked about this last week, but it's coming, so it's kind of pertinent for the future of the game, and I'm just curious what you guys think, like what Pest and what Bruce will think about this. The Alliance feature coming. Do you guys see the game changing a lot when that happens? strategy-wise, maybe, or tactics-wise, things like that. Have you kind of put any thought into any of that at all?
The only thing that I think I myself will like about it will be the friend or foe.
It does make that real easy, doesn't it? As far as identification, you mean, Pest? Is that what you're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the tags and everything.
Yep.
Well, I'm wondering. Now, I'm just throwing shit out there just for the sake of shit, talking about shit. But let's say they do the space stations like they're talking, and they're talking points for, doing different things. How will that change strategy with the clans as far as, and I'm talking about the bigger clans, I guess, you go into battle, will, say, having a space station to attack change the game for us? It's not just going to be like go smash bases now. Now there's going to be a space station involved, and, I'm just looking at how might that change the game for us? And
my concern on it would be if, which goats is like ICU. I mean, we jump every 7 days. Is that space station going to jump with us?
that's a question I've wondered about too, and others have mentioned too. Is I would think it would, but we don't know that. I don't know why they would want to trap us into a sector and not let us jump, though.
That would kind of ruin the game for all of the end gamers.
Yeah, it would. So I can't imagine that. I would think if the clan jumps, that maybe wherever the leader goes, that's where the station goes. That would be the easy way for them to, I guess, do the programming part. But I don't know. I mean, none of us really know. But
I would like to see them take that space station deal, make it to where all in that clan group are based on that space station instead of a planet. And when the leader jumps, we all jump because we're all inside it.
That would be cool. It would make it a lot easier to jump, wouldn't it?
Yep.
That would force guys to not jump early.
Yeah, we have one that does that too. All right, let's keep Swedish humor.
I think we've all got one of those. I'm sure we've all got 1 or 6 or 12 of those. Okay, hang on a minute, because Bruce has got some stuff here. It says he thinks the sectors might actually team up. 75 people isn't enough, so do you leave a team back? See, that's a good question too. It would change your tactics, wouldn't it? And the way you go fight the wars and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to see what they do and then what it forces us to do, because it may change the way we play the game a lot. I hope it does, really, myself. I think it'd be cool.
Well, Pixar are still allowing sister alliances, as to how that's going to work exactly is still a mystery. But I'm pretty sure with those really big alliances, say for example like Horde or even Unknown or even us Goats for ICU, we're still looking at like several hundred people in each alliance. I'm pretty sure that a lot of groups are probably going to be like trying to double up on their alliances and whatnot, just to take advantage of the sister alliance feature in the alliances.
Well, yeah, I mean, you stop and think about it, there could be medal shuffling between groups, I mean, let's be honest now, right? You've got more than one group, let's say you get points and things for how many medals. There could be a lot of interesting things go on, where teams switch back and forth a little bit. I don't know, it's going to be fun, I think.
Well,
Bruce,
I agree. I mean,
I want to make sure we get Bruce in here. He says he thinks the whole medal thing is going to make the fights more imminent. Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because considering the fact that when people, we're not in alliances now. I mean, like, I think that's probably what they're going to be doing with the alliance feature. If you're in an alliance, you can't share your medals around, so you actually have to pick fights.
That could be, yeah. But that doesn't mean you can't pick a fight with your sister alliance, maybe.
Siblings unite!
That's right. I'll be over to hit you later, Rain.
Oh, damn.
I owe you. You killed the Riddick, so I owe you.
That's true. Now we're all saying kill the rain, yet no one's game enough to do it yet. Bloody sad sacks. Punchy's got no balls.
We're biding our time, man. We're waiting on you to get really loaded up with metals and then really get you.
You do realize I'm loaded with metals now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. How difficult is it to take metals from me? I can take them back just as easily.
They come and they go real quick. It
True.
isn't having them that's fun. It's the getting them.
It's true.
Go out
But,
smashing shit.
the problem is also actually finding people with the right metal count in your metal count area. I mean, like if you got someone that's really low, it's like I don't want to bloody bother. And a lot of people say metals don't count for anything, but people want them for bragging rights. Everyone
Damn
wants
right.
to brag.
I mean, I look at it like, you know, metals. If I see somebody that's got a lot of metals, I know they're a gamer. You know, I know they're playing. You know, they probably got good fleets. They probably got a decent base. You know, because how else do they get and hold these metals? So
Exactly. Challenge
to me,
accepted.
exactly. If you know, I mean, I go out looking for guys with metals. Sometimes I get my ass kicked. Sometimes I take their metals. You know, that's the fun in the game for me, is to play against these guys. Going and hitting the base with some guy that's a level 42 that's just a farmer with no metals. I don't want to hit him. Not to level. He's the guy I go snipe revs from and go, thanks, you just built my next rev. You know, I mean, whatever.
Exactly. This is why we have our cargo snipe fleets, people. We do it to farm the crap out of the farmers.
Yeah.
We feed us. They feed us. They feed us.
Let's see, what's Bruce got here? He says, oh shit. Bruce says, recently we were accused of being subsidized by Kickside. They give us free coins, apparently. And he hates metals. Hey, you know what? Dog supposedly was given free coins every month. I know this isn't true. I've seen some of the X-Dog's fleets. I've been on their accounts. If they got all them coins, they sure as hell have a whole lot more of this and that than what they do. They're stuck in the same boat that we've all been in. You get them when you get them through time, or you coin them with your own money. Kickside doesn't give anybody shit. Anybody.
I wish I fucking got free coins.
Well, they still say goats get coins and ICU, and apparently anytime you get your ass kicked by somebody, you just say, oh, well, you get coins. I guess. I don't know.
One word. Butt
yes. Yeah, right. Lots of that. Lots of that. I love butthurt.
Indeed.
But yeah, Kickside is not going to give. They're not going to give anything away. They want, you know, we all know that. So, but anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Alliance thing. I think it's going to be fun. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what the larger clans do when you can only put 75 guys in a clan, you know. So that'll be interesting. And that might make for more battles, you know, a lot more battles. And maybe in multiple sectors, you know, if they don't hang out together. You know, let's just say ICU, for instance. They're a huge clan, right? Maybe we've got two separate groups of ICU and, say, 500 and 400. So now you've got maybe wars going in two different sectors at the same time, and there could be all kind of crazy shit going on. I think it's going to be cool.
Well, we're running 2 in the beta right now, and it's, as far as I know, we're going to keep both groups together.
Yeah. I think you about have to. I mean, because you don't want to go kicking the guys out of your clan because, well, we got a 75 limit, so, you know, you guys are gone. You don't want to do that. So, yeah, you just make a sister clan and keep on doing what you do.
Right, I've got another question that people are asking for what we could have on the show. Has anyone found a use for the cutter?
What? See, Bruce, I still do it. What?
Has anyone found a use for the cutter?
For the cutter? Oh, hell yeah. Yes, I have seen the cutter do some really, really amazing things. Like wipe out an APOC fleet like it was just nothing. You want to find out about the cutter, go look for some videos that Trident has put up. He'll show you how to use a cutter for real. He's even got some cutters that he's designing to attack bases with. But yeah, I mean, you think about it. You got a rear 5 APOC fleet versus, you know, say the typical Gladius APOC, rear 5 on it. take a cutter fleet, load it up with thermals, run in and hit the dead range, and chew them up. So yeah,
Just
there's
make sure you
uses
got
for
plenty
them.
of armor.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I think the cutter's going to be one of them things that's going to be a late bloomer, and you'd probably be surprised how many people are building them right now.
Well,
Probably.
that's what a lot of people said about the dreads until the fusion thrusters came in. To be honest.
Yeah, that really changed the battleship on the Fury and the Dread for sure.
Dude, I mean, battleships weren't that troubling to play with in the first place. I mean, like the only main problems that people had with battleships was trying to choose between speed and rotation.
Yeah. But yeah, them cutters, as quick as they've got, with straightforward speed to close on dead range, and then to be able to turn like they do, straight's not a big deal. And I heard another guy tell me, I haven't tried it yet, but a guy that I know can fly very well has a new tactic where he uses the cutters, but he'll throw all but one ship on the AI. He'll let the AI fly 5 of them, and he'll fly just one. It seems to work really well for him. I haven't tried it yet, but there's some interesting things that guys do. It's funny because once a guy does something and the word gets out, next thing you know, we're all doing it, just like the Glad Apox. It started out that it was like mostly goats had them, and next thing you know, they're everywhere, and these cutter builds will be everywhere. It's cool though. And then you got to build a counter fleet then to something that you got to run wild with for a few weeks. It just makes the game more fun, I guess. Always trying to stay ahead of the curve,
Yeah. Bruce is just saying that for the cutters, people use them to piss people off, and use it to attack and run. But Bruce is also saying that he thinks it's a shame they have made the battleship mostly obsolete.
I agree. It's a shame that they didn't give the battleship more staying power. They should have had at least 2 shields on them. I mean, a battleship by nature is supposed to be able to slug it out. That's what a battleship does. It goes in there and it slugs it out. It's heavily armored. It's heavily, weaponed, and you go in there and slug it out. You can't slug shit out with the battleships the way they are now with a single shield on them.
Well, not with a single shield, but
I'm sorry.
Now with the fusion thrusters, the battleships are a lot more viable.
Yeah, but to me, they're still not what they should be. I mean, a battleship should be a battleship in my mind.
I'll have to kick your ass. You and I, Riddick, will have to have a bash out. Your mag phase ships against my dreads.
Okay. Bruce is saying, well, Pest says that he still likes to use his Venom mag and phase for a guard. That's a good point.
Leave that shit on auto and just make him run around. Yeah.
Yeah. And Bruce says that he likes the Glad Revs, but he's seeing a lot of mixed APOC fleets heavy on shock weapons. That's probably because everybody's running spec shields, so yeah, I mean, you get out there with those, spec 5s on your dreads or whatever, your APOCs, and you run up somebody with the this new Hydra build that they're, people are doing. All of a sudden,
either Hydra or Scatter.
Ouch. Yeah. Yep. I used to laugh when I saw the first time I saw somebody put a bunch of scatter missiles on an APOC, and I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" No, he wasn't kidding me. He wasn't kidding me. Ate shit up.
Yeah, a lot of the Hydra APOCs and scatter APOCs are used as counter with Glad fleets, apparently. Not sure how that works. I figured that the Glad fleets would do a lot more damage.
8-hour repair, Brawly? Nice.
Wow.
Why is Brawly not talking?
I have no idea.
Because I can smell Packy, so I'm being quiet.
Oh my god.
I'm chilling looking at these sexy pictures of Miss Chris, what she's been sending me.
Oh my god. You're supposed to be doing a show, instead you're over there looking at freaking porno.
You got to think with one head, not the other.
I wondered why you were smiling so big. Man.
It's not that he's not packing, it's the fact that he sees boobs.
Yeah. He's smelling something, all right.
Well, she sent me an upper picture and a lower picture to show you.
Oh,
You know
what?
what, Brawley? Your statement really is irrelevant, and it's a mute thing. Without pictures, it's worthless. So if you're not going to share it with the rest of us, it's irrelevant. So we'll move on, unless you're going to show the pictures.
I think that's probably why he's saying it. He's planning on showing us eventually, but the question is when.
Yeah.
What's next on the agenda, Broly?
I don't know. Let's ask Pest what's on his mind. Him and Bruce. What do you guys want to talk about? You probably got some. I know it's because you're trapped behind not being able to be on a mic. Yeah, look at Bruce. Bruce's like, hell yeah, man! I got all kind of shit I want to say.
Just as long as it's nothing to do with fisting, we're fine.
There might be some fisting involved. He is from fucking ICU. You know that, right?
Yeah, good point. Good
They
point.
do tend to go in and fist sectors to death.
At least it's not Zuma.
I'll say this much: that where we're at right now has got to be one of the biggest butthurt sectors that I've ever been in.
Where are you?
2200.
Oh, okay. Never been to 22. I've been in 26 and experienced that.
23 here, and yeah, that was a massive fight. That was where Fail Brigade and Susalu retired after our fight there. But yeah, what exactly is going on in 2200?
Oh, you name it. We're of the devil, and just you name it. They're saying it in comms.
Well, I did see one post where you guys really sucked because you hit somebody that was on their way to go farm. Well, damn, that's just a shame, isn't it? Fuck, I thought we were playing Farmville. I'm sorry.
Fuck Farmville, man. That's for pussies.
Man, apparently there's some pussies playing. If you take, you know what? There was a statement that somebody made to me way back when I first started playing this game. If you take your fleet out of your base, expect it to get hit. If you don't want it hit, leave it in your base. If you're going to stay in your base, go play Farmville. I mean, you run your risk anytime you take it out that you're going to get hit. So just make up your mind if that shit could happen. The game is called Conflict. That doesn't mean it's going to be peaceful. It's a conflict. It's supposed to be that way.
Bruce here. Stay home if you can't lose it.
Exactly.
We've been telling them all. We've been telling them all to stay in planet.
It's like you must have a license. It's like when I first come across ICU. I remember when I first come across ICU, they took away my my gangbang cherry, and I was surrounded by them, and they wouldn't let us out without to farm Vegas. I mean, like, I
remember having my ass kicked by ICU many times way back in the day.
Oh,
There's some good battles.
Our thing this week has been telling everybody that we are protecting the Vegas.
You know what? That's very nice of you guys. That really is. It's a community service. They should be happy. I mean.
That's right.
You're protecting them for future events. So that when the events do occur, there are many ships to come out.
I mean, they all go out there and go to killing them, and there's nobody there to defend them. So that's our job this week.
Well, they could stop farming and try fighting you. That might be more, more constructive.
Yeah, they seem to consider throwing rank spam. Now get this, still throwing rank spam at people all night long and think they are fighting.
I guess.
Well, like this. Mega drivers have families too.
That's right.
Just don't mind. People were asking, when you're level 34 or between level 30 and 34, they want to know a decent base setup when they actually reach 35, so they don't get farmed the shit out of so easy.
I still say, some people won't agree with this, but having played 2 accounts, done one, the long, drawn-out from the very beginning to where it is now today, and then doing one in just a few months to be in the same as my 2-year-old account. Don't waste a bunch of time when you're building up, like slapping new weapons and new shields and new armor on your CMs every time you upgrade them. You're going to get hit. Just get hit, take it, and oh well. Upgrade your CMs, but don't do all the damn refits and waste all that time. Put your money and your time just into research. When you hit 35 and you've got the tech, then you can slam your CMs with your shields, with your armor, and now you've got something that's got half a chance. You know what I mean? And you can do it in a week's time. You'll have your base done. Yeah, you'll upgrade a little more when you get to your, if it was me, I wouldn't do it until you get all your CMs to level 10. That's just me. I would just get beat up as I get beat up. I mean, you get a bubble, hey, you get 24 hours of free farming.
Well, as Bruce is saying here, you need a good mix, but concentrated. Keep that research going on schedule.
Yeah.
And always watch your base hit.
Yeah, see what it tells you. Study the thing and see where you're weak at.
Well, it's honestly, in my opinion, when it comes to the lower level bases, that's difficult to say. I haven't been a low level in ages, to be honest. But speaking from my own Vega experience, I would have to say that from what I've seen in most bases, there is a mix between spread out bases due to the collateral and clustered bases. I personally prefer a base to be clustered, to be honest, because the collateral you can use to your advantage. Now, the reason why I say that is because of the fact that, say, for example, your base is all spread out and you're not
You're a
having
farm.
everything destroyed in, yeah. But,
You're a farm.
Exactly, basically, because if you leave your res storages out, then basically everyone can just take your res, just snipe it and leave without a hassle. It also depends on the type of weapons you have on your combat modules. Now, the other reason why I say is to have your base clustered for the collateral damage is basically because of the fact that if majority of your base goes, then really you're not being farmed every 2 hours, and your base actually has a chance to repair itself in a 12-hour or 24-hour bubble. You basically got to force a person to completely annihilate your base. Forget the fact that you're building ships, repairing ships. If you have the bubble, use it.
And the other thing is, don't go ahead, Pest, sorry.
That's my base is set up to where if you get my bridge, you're gonna do more than 50% damage to me. It usually winds up to be about 46 to 47% damage left.
Yeah, and also, as Bruce is saying here, he changes his base after every hit, so keep the other person guessing as well as the other option as well. So, yeah, as Bruce is saying.
Oh yeah, I like moving a mine.
As Rain pointed out, you want to keep your research going. If you do not put armor and shields on your labs, your ship factory and your bay, there'll be instant repair, and you won't lose any research time or build time. So
exactly.
Don't go loading up a bunch of shields and crap on that stuff. So you have to wait, especially putting Zintium or something on that shit, and you got to sit and wait 12 hours or something for the module to heal before you can start your research back up. That's just a killer. I made that mistake early on in the game, thinking I wanted to armor up everything, yeah, bad idea. Thank you, Cesar, for showing me that was wrong.
Yeah,
Mr. Leonardus from Go, a bit late.
What?
What's that?
Leonardus joined the call.
Hey, Leo.
Bruce, midget tossing.
Midget tossing.
I love my midgets, Ezekiel, to that.
Bro, you're such a perv. I saw your pictures, by the way.
That's a list too. I was like, oh. Wonder how many others saw those.
Everybody will see it. eventually. So what else we got? Anything else constructive? What you got anything, Bruce?
Yeah, that's something. Kill the Riddick.
We've been about an hour. I'll just see how we're doing here.
Well,
Last
hang
one,
on.
anyways.
Let me see if I can give people an example on a base design. It's a high-end base, but I reckon a lower-level player could actually incorporate it into their own base. I'll just screen share for the time being.
It's really the only real difference. The layouts don't change. You know, weapon overlap doesn't change by level. You know, good fields fire, you know, good crossfire, things like that. It doesn't matter what level you're at. You can still have it or not.
Yeah. Well, I'm screen sharing at the moment. Here's my kind of layout for a high-end base. Now, for a lower level, you won't have that amount of combat modules. Well, probably not the same amount of storages, I don't think. But I'm not exactly sure what most low-level bases look like. But I'd say probably if I was a low level, like I can see a lot of bases at low levels with a lot of just all plasma or all laser bases. They're, by terms, and everyone knows this, massive farms.
Big time.
Like, if you just have an all laser base, you're snipeable. If you just have an all plasma base, you're snipeable because a sniper can sit out of range and smack the shit out of anything that you have. Now, as you can see here, I have a mix of long-range weapons, 4 MDs, 4 torps, and I've only got 2 thermal weapons for close range, so it makes me easy accessible to blitzing because people can just sit right on the bloody bridge, but they'd have to sneak in through the mines first. Now, for the lower levels, what? Go on.
I just going to say, Bruce had a good point there that the lower level base would have 12 mines, you know, with less storages and stuff, so you could make a nice tight box, you know, with no problem.
Yeah, exactly. A lower level wouldn't have this amount of mines, but a lower level could also manage them. Well, hang on, actually, what? I'm just thinking, for the level 30s and onwards, 30 and 34, I think they'd probably still be at Bridge 4, maybe, wouldn't they?
Maybe.
Maybe. No, I think, actually, no, I think they might be at Bridge 5 by then, because I know I was. So they would definitely have this amount of mines. Okay, so this would probably apply to those that are below level 30s, to be honest. A good box, say, don't have your combat modules exactly the way I have them, like, say, just stick them around the bridge, so to speak, so that you're covering the bridge, and if you stick your combat modules close enough to your if you stick your storages, sorry, I meant to say storages, not combat modules, if you stick your storages close to your long-range modules, then it'll be difficult for a person to snipe the res away from you. So you're still holding your res, but if you get an actual hit, you'll lose the base, probably, but depending on the idiot. That's really all I can recommend. Like, keep your modules in a box or something like that, or spread out enough where it's not causing massive damage to your storages, because your storages are going to be your main priority at a low level.
I think the other good thing too for low level guys is, as Rain pointed out, all plasma, all laser, all dead. You know, your farm. Get a good mix of weapons. It's the same as if you've got an endgame base. You're going to have, you know, a mix of torps, a mix of laser, a mix of KDs or coils, whatever. You know, but have long range, medium range, short range. You know, even though you're a lower level, you know, you can still have all that. That's available from, you know, level 1 up, you know. So mix it up good. That way you're not susceptible to being sniped or or being blitzed, you know, without having any defense. You don't want all long range either. I've seen guys do that, and then you just get blitzed.
I'll stop you there, Riddick. The blitzing at low levels is going to happen regardless, because a lot of people want to charge in with the exo cruisers.
Well, yeah, but you still can have some long range to, you know, to help that out.
Well, true. I mean, like, if you have the base box like the way people saw it there, then it would slow down the blitzing process quite a bit, because they have to get in close enough, and even the long-range weapons, when in a box, can still hit those outside the box.
Right, and then you've got the lasers when they get in close, you know, so at least give yourself a chance. Don't be a farm. Mix it up.
Well, even at low levels, even with the plasmas at low levels are still helpful, because they can still shoot from within the box. They still have the range from within the box. The only problem with the plasmas, if you're going to be using plasmas, make sure your base is in box. Because if your mines are spread out, then basically you're giving the blitz fleets an opportunity to sit directly between the dead range of your weapons.
Okay.
So, well, here's an example. My torps are spread out of the four corners of my box. The reason why they're that way is because they can still shoot from the angles of whichever side the blitz fleet comes from, basically. So I'll screen share again, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go.
Type it up, Bruce. I'll read it later.
I've got a torp over here and a torp down here. Now, as you can see, they can still fire over to the left-hand side here. This one down here can still fire up here, and possibly up here, if there's a blitz ship there. So it covers all the angles, so the long-range weapons are still useful. Now, if I was to put plasmas there instead, that would definitely make me susceptible to sniping fleets, because plasmas do not have the range that these torps do.
Well, I think you're susceptible now because you've given everybody in Vega your base design.
I have no problems. I've stuck with the same design. I've shown it around, and I have no shame in that, because I actually want people to hit me. I really don't care. I mean, basically,
base is a weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's there for. It's a weapon. You don't.
That's one less fleet you got to kill in space.
Absolutely.
It's like,
maybe 2 or 3. That's right.
Depending on the idiot.
I like when my base gets hit. It gives me something to think about to make it better, or whatever. Sometimes you kill the attacker and you can go, oh, cool.
The main problem is actually getting someone to
Oh,
attack you.
good God, Bruce, you didn't. There you go, Brawley. There's your new girlfriend.
Oh, that's a nice picture.
Brawley's got a Woody.
Oh, you sick fuckers.
Good Lord.
Gotta love them midgets.
Crazy fuckers.
We should just seriously have like something where we just come up with midget porn for Brawley to look at. Like, seriously.
All right, I gotta turn that off. I'd rather look at rain, not blank. By the way, you're awful stiff again tonight, Rain. Relax, man. Move. Blink, do something.
I'm trying. I'm just frozen in the computer.
Hey, Bruce, I was waiting on you to tell your story. Were you going to type that out so I can share it, or?
Oh.
I think he was hoping you'd read his mind.
Should we show it to his girlfriend anyway?
You know what? Sometimes reading minds would be cool, but Bruce's I don't think would be one of those. I really don't know. I want to do that.
We don't want to do if and his Care Bear mind tricks. We're doing the insector mind tricks.
So Brawley, who are we giving Sloppy Sock Award to tonight?
Anyone you like.
We don't have a winner picked yet?
Nope. I have no one picked.
Last time was rear end. I wonder if we can come across someone. Let me just see if I can find something. Well, actually, I think if 2200 has the most whiners at the moment, let's see if Pest and
I think Bruce
Jamaica.
might have something.
Bruce might have something. All right.
He said he had a short story here.
Screenshot. Or short story, whatever.
He hasn't typed it yet.
SS.
I'm supposed to read his mind.
Here we go.
I
Screenshot.
can't do a Jedi mind trick.
Here we go. He's got a screenshot. All right. I'll read it out. So much talk, but yet so little action from 2201. That's from Chris M. Bale, okay then, if you ain't gonna back your dick sucker up, I'm gonna say you're the one full of talk. Bale, okay?
Bale doesn't mess around, you know?
Yeah. Dark energy power. Chris M, I agree. Bale, quartz Chris. That's what I thought. Chris M, what? Bale laughing my fucking ass off? Dark energy power. I'm confused. Bale. RJ got a PM from Dark Energy. The end. Was fun jumping for a bit, but not with a clan that wanted to jump when they got beaten. Bale says if he gets into ICU, he can spy. Dark energy power bullshit. Oh
Okay.
man.
The dreaded spy.
It's like Cartel saying that they had like a shitload of spies in all the Insector clans.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, rule number one, if you're going to PM somebody, make sure you know how to PM.
You're right. Oops.
I think there are a number of people that have done that and just like, oh shit, mistype. Fuck.
Wow.
That's, I reckon we could give Sector 2200 the Sock Award.
Yes, we might just as well do that, I think.
There has been so much of it this week that I haven't even bothered to take screenshots.
I wouldn't either if there's as much as you were saying, to be honest.
It's ongoing. It's probably going on right now.
Oh, you know it is.
Oh.
Oh my god. Jeez, there's another one for you, Brawley. Is that supposed to be Michael Jackson?
I've also found Super Hornet's girlfriend.
Super Hornet's girlfriend? Oh,
Oh,
no.
Oh,
did not.
God.
You asshole.
Love you.
You asshole. God.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like when someone says, "Don't look," you look.
Brawley didn't even give us a chance to not see Tub Girl. Oh, man.
Oh man.
That's Super's
What?
girlfriend.
Why do we do this shit with you, Brawley, man? Like, seriously.
I don't know, but
Well, do you remember we showed him on TeamSpeak before that? He was actually analysing what was basically coming out of her ass.
I'm just gonna go hit Brawley and take his fucking medals for that.
I agree. Hey, go Bruce.
Midget porn.
He
Yeah.
brings balance to the Force.
May the Force be with her.
Something tells me we've run out of anything constructive tonight. It's going downhill. It's on its way downhill, big time. We've crested the peak. It's all downhill.
God damn. Not enough midget porn.
This is the part where people tune out and go, "Oh man, that fucker's just doing it." Yes, we are.
Yeti's going to burn his eyes after what Broly showed us.
But I wanted to show the pictures of Kim what you sent for the show tonight, but for some strange reason it's not letting me view them in full screen, so I'm going to have to share my Facebook page reviews. So that I'll just have to do, but the pictures will be really small.
Shit happens.
But she said she was sat down in a hotel and she took us these pictures for us. Can you see that one?
Yeah, I can see that one.
She's in a hotel
do
all by
realize-
herself. Why is she wearing a shirt then?
And this one?
That's what I want to know.
I was seeing closer.
What?
And this one? She's slowly taking a kit off just for yous.
God,
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
keep the next picture for myself.
So what? You got more?
Oh yeah, she sent more.
Bastard.
Oh, you know her.
But I'm
Such a
keeping the last picture for myself.
Hang on. She owes me a favour. I might get some myself. I think we've run out of things to talk about, fellas.
I think so. Like I said,
So is that
Yeah, downhill.
this thing's about to crash into the side of a mountain and blow up.
Oh, wait for the camera, Bruce. Wait for the camera. hang on.
I want to thank Royal Jamaica and Pest for being on tonight, coming over representing ICU. Next week, I don't know who all we're going to have. I do know that we'll have Blue Fire from GL. Like we said, we're going to try to get people from all over Vega. If you're watching and you want to be on, hey, there's lots of clans out there. Any of you are welcome to come on, talk shit with us. This is a Vega show. It's not our clan's better than your clan. None of that bullshit. So come in, talk Vega, hang out, and have some fun with us.
What I think we should do as well for the next guest who comes on, they have to sing a song for everyone.
If they sing like
Oh
you,
yeah.
if they sing like you, I'm vetoing that shit.
Actually, Broly, seriously, if you're gonna show shit like Tub Curl in here, I reckon you should sing.
Oh God! Wait a minute. Let me.
Actually, no, he probably would do that. No, don't do that. He probably would.
I've got my famous picture. If you want me to put that one on.
No, we
Fuck
don't.
off. Fuck off. You
We
do
don't.
that, I'll smack your face so hard you won't see daylight.
I figure our viewership just went down 50% thanks to Tub Girl.
Right. Okay. So when the next person comes on, the guest has to sing the Barbie Girl song.
Oh God!
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna scare people off with that. No, Broly, no. You're
I
gonna
think
scare
maybe
people off.
Asking, not me.
I think maybe that's for a different show. Maybe you just have the Brawly Variety Hour or something.
Alright, boys and girls. Good chatting with you all.
Good night from BrollyTV.
Hope we taught you something. Something good. I hope. See you guys.
See you,
Good night.
fellas.
Au revoir.